got stories that never go stale. With the champs, the underdogs, the dreamers too. He's walking and talking just for you. Walking with Franco, stories unfold. Wrestling hearts in a ring of gold. Walking with Franco, legends align. Every step's a suplex in time. From the streets of Rome to the locker room door, every walk's a match you can't ignore. Grapples and glory, the highs and the scars. Franco's footsteps are chasing the stars. Walking with Franco, stories unfold. Wrestling hearts in a ring of gold. Walking with Franco, legends align. Every step's a suplex in time. From the streets of Rome to the locker room door, every walk's a match you can't ignore. Grapples and glory, the highs and the scars. Franco's footsteps are chasing the stars. Walking with Franco, stories unfold. Wrestling hearts in a ring of gold. Oh, gold. Walking with Franco, legends align. Every step's a suplex in time. From the streets of Rome to the locker room door, wrestling hearts in a ring of gold. Walking with Franco, legends align. Every step's a suplex in time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Walking with Franco. And today we have an absolute superstar of a guest. We have with us today, Walking with Franco, Iain MacInnes from NIPW,
Yes.
the Highland Revolution. Iain, it's an absolute pleasure and honour to finally meet you. I have admired you from afar, and I'm delighted that you came along today for a walk with Franco.
No, very much appreciated. Thank you very much for having me on. Honoured to be the first guy from NIPW to be on. I'm sure it won't be the last. And yeah, I'm the same. Like, obviously, we kind of started following each other's journey on Instagram. So yeah, like it was a mutual admiration of just like, you know, I get what this guy's about. Do you know what I mean?
Yep. So starting off, Iain, if you could please tell us a little bit about yourself, and please tell us who the Highland Revolution is.
I am Iain MacInnes, and I am the Highland Revolution, and essentially what it is my take on wrestling. So people have their own niche styles that they fit into, and I kind of want to, it's like I'd call it Scottish strong style. That's what the Highland Revolution is. I'm all about essentially hard hitting, hard shots, and pulling off moves that I shouldn't be able to pull off.
Yeah, I get that. So what brings you to Northern Ireland?
So I said this in an interview with Johnny Binks. I said that if a man comes to Northern Ireland from the mainland, he's either running towards a woman or running away from a woman. And in my case, it was both.
Both. So what's your first memories of wrestling, and how did you get into it?
My first memories were watching it with my dad. Bret Hart was my first sort of wow, he's cool. But it was Bret Hart, Ultimate Warrior, and Roddy Piper, because obviously it was the first sort of bit of Scottish representation on the screen, and it was something where I could go, I can relate to that, and it was just because he wore a kilt for no other reason. And that was it, yeah. And everywhere that my dad went, every time he went away, he'd come back and he'd have a wrestling figure for me. So yeah, fell in love with it from then.
You have to love Roddy. The man was an absolute legend. And it's only now that he's gone that you realise just how good he actually was.
It's criminal. It's criminal that he never got a world title.
Oh yeah, but he was one of those wrestlers that didn't need a belt.
No, he didn't. He was, and not just that as well. Have you seen They Live?
Yes.
The movie, it is incredible. Yeah. It's one of my favourite quotes is, I came here to kick ass and chew bubblegum.
Yeah.
And I'm all out of bubblegum.
He also has a good book out too that He started writing, and then he passed away, and his kids finished it.
Oh, wow.
And I've actually read that. There's some really good stories in that. So there's
I definitely have to have a look at that.
yeah. But why or how did you start training? And tell us some of your first experiences of that training.
So I was kind of in a bit of a dark place, but I watched wrestling religiously. It's that most people go, oh yeah, I used to watch that when I was a kid. I was like, well, I guess I just never grew up. And I was watching it. As I got to my partner, I was like, I could do this. And she goes, well, why don't you? And I went, and I didn't have a good argument.
Yeah.
And then we looked up wrestling schools and found the Lions Den, and I never looked back. And then for my first impressions, you don't realize just how fit you need to be to do this. You need to be super fit. And wrestling will get you there. Like getting better at wrestling also makes you fitter,
Yep.
which goes hand in hand. But the other thing that stuck out to me that that was notable, it's something that you get taught in the Lions Den, is first time I was in there, everybody came up, shook my hand, and introduced themselves. And to me, that's a nice touch. That's respectful. Do you know what I mean?
Yep,
Straight off the bat. And yeah, that was my first impression. And then just learning moves, and like I got better at some stuff quicker than I did other stuff. So managing the frustration with that was very, very difficult.
Yeah.
I'm sure you understand that. I can
100%.
see with a smile.
100%. I have been there. I've done that. I've worn the t-shirt. Lions Den.
Yeah.
Was that the first one that popped up in the search, or?
Well, yeah, it was the first one that popped up that I could reach out to.
Yeah.
And Nathan, obviously the head coach, I reached out and replied really quickly, really quick response. And he was like, yeah, come along for a session. And, do you know, it was the first one that I found, and the fact that they were so responsive straight away.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, of course, come try out a session. See if you actually want to do this. Because that's the thing. You find out in that first session, do I actually want to do this?
Yes.
See, when you take that first bump, or the first time you run the ropes, that's when you, in your head, you go like that.
Yeah.
Do I really want to do this? Do you know what I mean?
It's I've said in past episodes, I'm a big reader of books.
Yeah.
And one of Chris Jericho's books, he said that there was a guy that started to train with him, and he took a bump, rolled out of the ring, was never seen again. And I'm just going to go off on a wee tangent here. When you're saying about being fit, I have lost so much weight since I started training.
Yeah, same.
I went into a shop last week because I'm a delivery driver, and one of the customers said to me, "Where are you going?" And I says, "What do you mean?" She says, "You have lost so much weight. I haven't seen you in months, and you have lost so much weight."
Nobody trusts a skinny bread man.
I was like, brilliant, this is fantastic. You know, I'm starting to feel it now. People are starting to see it.
Yeah.
And when I got up for work this morning, I realised I hadn't left myself a uniform out. I was like, I am not starting to iron clothes at 1 o'clock in the morning. And I knew I had a new pair of trousers that I had ordered from work 6 months ago that were a size too small.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, I'm going to try these on, and they fitted. Not only did they fit, but they're a little bit big on me.
Oh,
and I went round my room today. My head was so big, and I was like, I am loving this. Now, going back to fighting Lions Den, wrestling, because whenever me and Jack were starting, it was literally Jack that wanted to start, and Titanic Wrestling was the first one I came across.
Yeah.
And I had the same thing. I emailed, or sent a message through Messenger, and literally instantaneously, came back within about 10 minutes. And I was like, wow, that was quick. So, you were saying there that you found some things easier and some things harder.
Yeah.
What was the hardest thing for you to learn?
Putting a match together. It's something that I'm still not 100% comfortable with, but I'm getting better at. What I mean by that is I can do the moves, no problem.
Yep.
Not a problem at all. But It's like an ADHD thing. I'll practice it 50 times and we'll do like 4 moves in a row. And I'll get it right, get it right, get it right, get it right. And then when it comes to me actually needing to do it, I'm like, oh shit, I forgot what I'm supposed to be doing.
This week for Titanic Wrestling is a show week, and I'm thinking all week of things to do.
Yeah.
And I have a whole thing planned out in my head, the moves and the spots that I want to do. And whenever we're talking to our opponents backstage and we're working out, I'm like, I want to do this, want to do this. And I'll be talking to Jack all week too. What if we do this and do that? And Jack's, yeah. And we plan all the match out, and I go into the ring, and it's gone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, not again. I've been thinking of this all week. These are the spots that you wanted to do. These are the shots that you've called and you forgot. And I usually get an opponent back up and say to Jack, where are we? And I go, come on, Dad, seriously.
See, that's one thing that I'm lucky with is the matches I have had, like if I have maybe veered to the right a little bit or forgotten a spot, it'll get fixed in match and then we'll talk about it afterwards.
Yep.
And I'm fortunate because my opponents like have all been of like high caliber.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Like people like the Lion, people like John McCann, and people like Stevie Fee.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like these are people that I've had matches with and competitive matches. One of them will win.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
One of the things that JDP always says to me is, don't plan so much.
Yeah.
Just keep it simple. And that's something that my father always drilled into us when we were younger, was keep it simple, stupid.
I guess.
Yeah, just keep it simple, stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So you're pretty new to the sport. What expectations do you have, and what are you hoping to achieve?
I don't have any expectations, if I'm honest, because if let's say I set myself lofty ambitions, and then I don't attain them within the time frame that I've expected to make it.
Yeah.
I'm ultimately just going to feel bad about myself.
Yeah.
So going into it with zero expectations, ultimately you're protecting yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
And what I hope to achieve is honestly just to make this a full-time living. And ultimately, like the dream is Japan.
Yeah.
Like just even if it's one tour, just to rest. Yeah, just to say I wrestled in Japan.
Yeah.
And then Mexico as well. Mexico interests me because it's a completely different style. That's why these places interest me, because Japan, like their fans look at wrestling differently. They view it differently. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like they get it differently. Like those fans feel it with you. And in Mexico, it's like a whole different planet.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just like it is their thing, and they make it known that it's their thing, lucha libre.
Yeah.
And yeah, some of the stuff it just interests me. The travel aspect of it.
So, how did you come up with the name, the Highland Revolution?
So initially, it was the Revolution, because I really liked the song Revolution by Penny Mob.
Yes.
And I actually asked them if I could use it as my entrance music, and they said yes. So obviously I wanted to stick with it, but then after like a bit of a nightmare start, I went away for a bit, and I was kind of like, well, what am I the revolution of? It doesn't make sense. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of wrestling, is that you can go away, tinker with an idea, and then come back with it. Like just even if you change it just like a couple of notches, like putting the Highland on it, because one of my it's a pride of mine that I come from the Highlands of Scotland. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's because, in my opinion, it's the most scenic place in the world.
Yep.
And I argue anyone to go and visit it and correct me and tell me I'm wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Visit the Isle of Skye, visit Fort William, visit places like Glencoe, like just beautiful places, beautiful scenery.
So, you've come into this game a lot later in life, a bit like myself, and there's a lot of youngsters in the NIPW. The likes that you mentioned, John McCann,
Yeah,
Ricky Henry, the two boys,
Ben and Jordan Nelson.
Ben and Jordan Nelson.
Yeah.
What has been the biggest obstacle that you've had to overcome?
Honestly, myself. Like a lot of the boys pointed out, like sometimes when like in my first couple of matches and stuff like that, I'd never, like again, another weird ADHD thing. I never actually get a sense of accomplishment.
Yeah.
When I do something, I just get a mild sense of relief when it's over. So beforehand, I'd just be stuck in my head, like going over the match, going over the match, going over the match. And if you do that, ultimately, you're gonna forget, and you're putting too much pressure on yourself. Yep. Now, before I go, I get the crack with the boys that I actually like. I'm a lot looser, if that makes sense.
Yes.
I used to be, for want of a better term, stiff, and very much like in my own head. Even though I'm capable of what I'm doing, there's something in the back of my head going like, "Are you sure you can do this?"
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And having the boys to be able to remind me and just go, "Bro, just get out of your head. You know what you're doing."
It's like you say, you have that wee sense of achievement.
Yeah.
For me, I get that when I go to a training session and I haven't been critiqued on anything. Because it used to be like when me and Jago started training, it was me, Jago, and 4 other guys, and eventually it wound down to just me, Jago, and one other.
Yeah.
And it was, them two were fantastic.
Yeah.
It was always me getting critiqued, and I'm going, God's sake, no. And especially whenever you do something and you think to yourself, wow, I nailed it. And you hear the trainer going, actually,
Yeah.
Franco, could you maybe do that again? And you're like, no.
And the thing is, see, when you first come into it as well, especially when you think that you've done it well, and they go, you take it pure personal.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Oh,
mean? It's
yeah.
like, what do you mean? I did that sound.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
afterwards you go, sorry, mate, I was just, you put me on the spot, bruh.
Yeah. So, what's the best bit of advice that you could give to someone who's thinking about getting into the sport of wrestling and who's not a spring chicken like us and is thinking to themselves, I've passed it, I'm too old to start now?
So, essentially, all I would say is, do you ever sit and watch wrestling and say, oh, I wish I could do that? If you do, like if you do sit there and go, I wish I could do that, there's enough wrestling schools in Northern Ireland or down south for you to not be a wisher, be a doer.
Yeah.
Especially if you live on this island. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's one of the beauties there. Like a couple of hours to take you anywhere
Yeah.
in the car, you know. And one of the good things about the sport of wrestling is everybody comes in all shapes and sizes.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean?
And there's so many different styles and abilities and ways to wrestle.
Exactly.
There's
and
something for everyone.
You get people that are deceptively good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Where you go, you're not expecting much, and then you go, oh, well, give him his props, I was good.
Yeah, I mean, I spoke to the Dark Horse recently, and he was saying the likes of the Ruby Davies.
Yeah.
When you see that guy, you don't expect him to be doing
But
moonsaults and backflips. And
I remember his early ICW stuff.
Yeah.
Like when he was first coming through. He's always been capable of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's what I mean. That's kind of what I'm aiming for. Like,
Yep.
Deceptively agile.
Yes.
Like, I don't look like I can move, but I can shift.
Yeah.
And I can flip as well.
Yeah. So, what's the best bit of advice that you've been given in regards to your training, and who gave it to you?
Oh, it would be hard for me to answer that because I have genuinely had some incredible, been part of incredible seminars and had some brilliant coaching tips and advice from not even just the head coach Nathan at NIPW at the Lions Den, but all the boys, because boys all go, bro, you might want to tweak that. Boys will call each other out, do you know what I mean?
Yes.
But not in a disrespectful way.
Yep.
And also, I've been to a lot of seminars, do you know what I mean? With Tamura, I did a the Arabian Nights moonsault.
Yes.
I call it the Highland Nights. I did that in front of LJ Cleary, so
Yeah.
there's that. And but yeah, Andy Wildman's seminar was it was really good as well. They make you 1% better.
Yes.
Learned a lot from that. I've learned a lot from not only everyone I've shared the ring with, but people that I've shared the locker rooms with. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I've managed to pick the brains of a lot of people quite early on in the business. So
Yeah.
that's yeah. I couldn't really give you one specific bit of advice. In fact, yeah, one from Didi Crooks, slow down.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I always try and rush. And if we put 4 moves together, I'll be going for the 3rd move when I'm supposed to be doing the 1st.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, slow down.
Yeah. Andy Roberts is quite good. I would follow him on Instagram. I think some of his stuff he puts out is amazing.
Yeah.
And he's another big guy that, I mean, I seen him, I went and watched the NIPW show in Malone Rugby Club where he fought Damien Corvin.
Yeah.
And that big guy can move. I mean, he knows his stuff.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've been to a couple of his advanced sessions.
Yes.
With NIPW, and again, the insight that he can offer is invaluable. Do you know what I mean? It's more than just, right, boys, come here. I'm going to show you. This is what we're going to go through today. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's also picking his brain about other subjects. Like he's wrestled everywhere. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's been on TV, on WWE TV. Do you know what I mean? Like these are the sort of people that you want to pick their brain because they've done it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. So, if my maths is correct, you've had about 6 matches to date for NIPW?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's been your favourite?
It's got to be my first one. Just for many reasons. One, it was obviously my first singles win.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then you add on to that, it was a singles win against John McCann. The man's his reputation is, it precedes itself. Do you know what I mean? To the point that he's even on OTT shows and stuff now.
Let's be honest, he's not a man, he's still only a boy.
No, he's a man.
He is killing it.
Trust me, if you've ever been chopped by John McCann, that boy is no boy. He is a man. But yeah.
Well, what I'm trying to get at is when he finally becomes a man, he is going to be unbelievable. He's already amazing now, but once he hits his prime, 25, 26, 27.
Yeah. I'm just saying though, like calling him a boy, he's doing some of the Titanic shows. I'm telling you, keep your words short and sweet because you might have to eat them.
I always have a big son with me. I'm all right.
But yeah, that's got to be my best moment, not just for the fact that it was my first win and it was against John. It was the fact, like, I had, when I'd rolled him up, I was looking directly, you know, wee Keaton.
Yes.
That goes with his dad.
Yes.
Darren. I was looking directly at him and the look of shock on his face when I got the 3, that made the entire thing worth it. Don't get me wrong. Like, I was a bit, like, heavier at that point. So, like, I was blown a bit by the end.
Yeah.
But I did it. Like, I can officially turn around to my kids and go, well, I achieved my dreams. I won a wrestling match.
I was reading something recently that Scott Hall had said, you know, he was like, you know, who cares who wins or loses? And who cares if it's real or fake? It's whether or not it's good.
Yeah.
It matters to me.
Did it captivate you?
Yeah. Yep.
That's the question. Did I get your attention?
Yeah. And he was talking about a match he had with Chris Jericho in WCW days. And I think that the whole setup was he was to go out and squash Jericho, hit him with his finish 3 or 4 times, and Larry Sabisco was to come out and stop it.
Yeah.
And Scott Hall called Jericho over and says, listen, I don't like this. This is what we're going to do. I'll get you up from a finish, but I'll get you up close to the corner. You flip yourself over, roll me up, 1, 2, 3. You get the win, then I'll beat you. I hit my finish. He says, and if there's any heat of it, I'll take the heat.
Yeah.
And they did it. And he says, like, the whole match, the crowd was just flat. When Jericho rolled him up for that pin, the roof came off the place.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he says, when he walked through the curtain, Arn Anderson was standing there. He was the booker. And he just shook his head. And I was like, you will never stop amazing me, Hall.
Yeah,
And he says, was it good or was it good? He
yeah,
says, it was brilliant.
yeah, and that, yeah, just brilliant. But the other thing the other one for greatest moments is getting an audible pop from a large audience is
Yeah.
probably the like up there with the highlights,
Yep.
if not up there with the top. Like when I came out at the charity slam, I wasn't sure if anyone would know who I was, and I came out and people were cheering for me before I'd even walked through the curtain.
Yep.
That in and of itself, that's a bucket list moment, mate.
But I was at the charity slam and I went with HW Muscle.
Yeah.
Jacko was supposed to come too, and we were going to cheer on our guys and a few of the guys that we knew. And as soon as the Stars Align music hit, I stood up and booed, and HW Muscle almost wet himself.
Yeah.
He was like, you crack me up every time.
See, from the second I seen that entrance with the spotlight and everything, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's a bit of me. I like that. I do. I like the entrance.
So, is there anyone on the NIPW roster that you haven't yet wrestled that you think to yourself, I could have a really solid match for them?
If I'm honest, anyone.
Yeah.
Like anyone on that NIPW roster, it would be hard not to have a good match with them, because every single one of them is dedicated. Every single one of them is just ready, just to put on a banger. Do you know what I mean? So literally, that's like the confidence that you get in that kind of locker room is, I could go and have an outstanding match with anybody on the roster. Yeah, that's just genuinely how good it is.
So we talked, you've wrestled for NIPW,
Yeah.
you wrestled at the charity slam. Have you wrestled anywhere else, or is this the start of your journey?
This, yeah, it's very much the start of my journey. And there's going to be many twists and turns on this road, and I understand that, but like, it's something that I've already dedicated 2 years to, and once I get like a run of shows under my belt, that's when I can maybe explore actually making it a living. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%. Now, you said there about the dedication, but when my alarm goes off on a Monday morning, I'm thinking to myself, why can't I just be a wrestler? Why can't I just wrestle?
Yes.
You know?
Like, but that's one thing that I've actually been watching today is like, a lot of the time you'll keep looking at the top of the mountain going, thinking, I am so far away from that, instead of actually just enjoying the trail. Do you know what I mean? Like, yes, sometimes things are going to get thrown at you and you're not always going to like it, but that's life. Do you know what I mean? It's not about how hard you get hit.
Yeah.
It's about how hard can you get hit and keep going.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a famous quote from General George S. Patton, and it's, I don't measure a man's success by how high he climbs, but his ability to bounce back when he reaches the bottom.
Yeah.
Millar Moo, Millar Moo, the milk to drink when feeling blue. Millar Moo for flavors. Which one's for you? Strawberry, banana, chocolate, cookies and cream. Millar Moo, we love you.
So, you've already mentioned that you'd love to go and wrestle in Japan and wrestle in Mexico.
Yeah.
What about wrestling in your homeland, Scotland?
Oh, to wrestle for ICW is a bucket list. It really is. Which again, that's why, like, being able to do sessions with Corvin and being able to do seminars with the Wild Man.
Yep.
That's mind blowing in and of itself for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, because these guys have done it. They've done what I want to do. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So yeah, ICW is a definite bucket list. But even this, I think, is it Clan Wrestling?
Yes.
Is that Ravy Davies promotion?
CPW, Community Pro Wrestling.
Yes, that's the one. but there's loads of promotions in Scotland now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And the British wrestling scene, British and Irish wrestling scene is more alive than it's ever been.
You don't actually realise how big it is until you start going looking for it.
Exactly. And like I sometimes say to people, and it might be a bit of an exaggeration, but I always go like that. On any given day, at somewhere on this island or the mainland, there's a wrestling show happening.
Yeah.
That's a fact. It doesn't
Yep.
matter what day it is, there's a wrestling show happening somewhere in the UK and Ireland.
So we've talked about wrestling. What do you like to do outside of wrestling?
Big football guy. I never miss a Rangers game for my sins.
You obviously didn't miss the one where Napoli gave us a good hammer in
Oh,
Champions League a few seasons ago.
Of course I didn't, but that just piled on top of the misery from Ajax and from Liverpool as well. Like, oh yuck, that was dreadful times, especially off the back of like getting to the Europa League final
Yes.
to just getting smashed in the Champions League. So yeah, it's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, I like the game, but I'm very niche. I'm specific in what I play. It's either FIFA, UFC, or at the moment Tony Hawk.
Are you Xbox or PlayStation?
At the moment PlayStation.
Do you play?
No, Xbox. Sorry.
Do you play any of the WWE games or?
So fun story. I got WWE 2K24 like last year.
Yep.
And for about 3 months, I was sitting raging with Laura. I'm like, this is too hard. I can't play this. Like, I'm not used to these controls. It's too hard. I spent 3 months with it on Legendary, and I didn't know.
Oh,
Mate.
no way.
See, afterwards, I was like, right, I'm putting it to easy. I don't care.
Yeah.
Right. And mate, the difference, it was palpable, mate.
Yeah. So we talked about seminars there.
Yeah.
What's been your favourite seminar to go to?
See, again, I couldn't say for certain which is the best one I've been because everyone offered insights into different things.
Yes, I always like to try and take at least one thing away from each seminar that I go to.
Exactly. Like, if you learned at least one thing, then it was worth the money.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Like, literally. And the thing is, even if you didn't learn a thing, at worst, you got a little bit fitter.
Yeah.
At best, it's probably, like, depending on, like I said, the seminars that we've had all been varied and it's all been on different topics, the ones that I've been to.
Yep.
But every one of them enjoyable and challenging in their own way.
Now, I know you also like to go to the gym.
Yeah.
What's your favourite thing to work on in the gym?
So arms probably.
Yeah.
And the worst thing I would say in the gym is that I leave the worst thing to the end of every workout, and it's 5 burpee box jumps.
Yeah, I've actually seen you doing those on Facebook, and I thought to myself, what is he doing? Why would you do that to yourself?
It's disgusting, but I need to have that explosiveness.
Yes.
Like, for the style of wrestling that I do,
yeah.
I need to have that.
Yeah.
Spring.
Anything in wrestling, you need to have that wee bit of a spring, and you need to have that wee bit of a explosiveness because the likes of me, who's a tag team wrestler, who spends a lot of time standing on the apron.
Yes.
Watching Jack do things that I'm just so annoyed about because I can't do them.
Yeah.
And then when it's my turn to get in the ring, you have to be ready to go, you know?
Yeah, no, exactly. And like I've never wrestled a tag team match, so I wouldn't 100% like know that, but like I can imagine the one of the hardest things is like being like warmed up when you've already been in the ring, tagging out, and then sort of keeping your legs moving so you don't seize up.
Oh, I'm always up and down the apron and trying to get the crowd going.
Yeah.
Cheering Jack on, and you know, I actually showed a match to a friend of mine from work, and he was like, "You're basically just a cheerleader."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hey, I'll take it."
Yeah.
I'm getting in there. I'm doing stuff. I'll take it.
Exactly. Like, but like, going back to the reason for the worst exercise, the reason I leave that at the end of the the workout for, like, doesn't matter how disgusting the workout's been, like, I will still do those 10 burpee box jumps because I want to be at a point that no matter how hanging I am physically, like let's say I'm like properly breathing out and I still need to pull off a moonsault,
Yeah.
I'm never going to get caught short again because I
Yeah.
have. And it's about just maintaining that explosiveness at the end of a workout.
Yeah.
So even though you know it's coming, you can keep like sort of a reserve. Does that make sense?
Yes, all 100%. You always have to have something left in the tank.
Yeah.
So now's the time for Franco heat sheet,
Okay.
where I like to try and get guess a little bit of heat either with friends in the wrestling world, friends and family at home. Anything I can do to paint you in a bad light and make me look good is always helpful.
You
So,
heel.
did you ever steal money from your mum's purse?
No comment.
I'm going to take that as a yes. What was the money for?
I don't know, probably cigarettes. I was a bad kid.
What's your favourite animal?
Honestly, just because I've seen them out in the wild and like how majestic they actually are in person, elephants.
Wow, absolute gorgeous animal.
Yeah.
So, who's the better cook, your mum or your partner?
Me. That's just a fact. I'm a better cook than Biff.
I wasn't expecting that answer.
Here, I want all the smoke.
Yeah.
Come at me. I don't care. I'm a better cook than both.
Who do you text the most?
Probably my missus.
Is your bed made right now?
Yes.
What was your favourite subject at school?
English, history, or music.
Name a 4-letter word beginning with S.
Stir.
Where's your favourite place to shop? What shop do you enjoy going into the most?
None, if I'm honest. Like, I'm one of those people that I think I have loads of social battery, and then I go into a Primark, and then I remember I hate the entire human race.
Those are the most straight up words in Franco's house when Mrs. Franco says, "Do you want to come to Primark with me?"
No, absolutely not.
No. Oh, but please, I need somewhere to hold all the stuff I'm going to buy and spend your money. And I'm like, definitely not. No way.
Like, the other thing as well, though, is does she get frustrated at you? Because I can literally walk in, go, yeah, right, that looks like it'll fit.
Yeah.
And then I'll get what I need and leave.
Yeah, and it's like, my dad's great for this, you know. My mum and dad went to about 3 weddings their whole life, and one of them was their own. And then now that their friends all have kids, they're invited to maybe 6 or 7 weddings a year.
Yeah.
And my dad has worn the same suit, shoes, shirt, tie for the past 7 or 8 years. And he says, oh yeah, he says, so we had to go shopping for, your mum wanted us to go and get a new suit. And I said to her, well, what kind we get? Get a navy suit and brown shoes. Okay, no problem. First shop we went to, how you doing, sir? What are you looking for? Navy suit, brown shoes. First suit the guy brought out. Yes, that'll do.
Aye, that'll do rightly.
Pair of brown shoes, they'll do lovely.
Yep.
And he says, my mum was raging. I was like, what's wrong? That's the first shop you went into. And that was the first suit and the first pair of shoes that man showed you. You know, you're supposed to look around. He says, navy suit, brown shoes. What's the problem?
See, like, I've just said those words to you, but I'm a walking contradiction because sometimes I can't be arsed with it. Then other times I will hem and haw over like between 2 t-shirts.
Yeah.
My missus will go like, Ian, it's not that deep, just pick one.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, ah, no, but I don't know which one I want more. Which one will make me feel, man?
And the thing that I don't like spending money. I work hard for my money. Now, I know I can't take it with me whenever I finally go.
Yeah.
But if I'm going in and I see 2 t-shirts, the wife will say to me, just buy both of them. And I'm like, I'm the one paying here. You're not paying.
See, I'm more of a practicality. It's like, just buy both. I don't need both of them.
Yeah.
I just need one.
Yeah. And again, my wife's the type of, I'm going to use the word lady here because she'll probably listen to this. My wife's the type of lady that goes into town to buy something. Now, I live between Lisburn and Belfast.
Right.
I like to go to Lisburn because it's smaller, it's quieter. She likes to go to Belfast because there's more shops. It's louder, it's noisier. And of course, I had to follow her around all these shops, and she will say to me, we'll go into the first shop, she sees something she likes. No, I don't want that. She'll then proceed to go around 10 or 15 other shops.
Yeah.
And when she gets to the 15th shop, she'll go, I think I'll just go back to the first one and get that thing I seen. And I just go, in the name of good God, woman.
I look
why?
about, and if there's more than 10 people in a shop, that's too many people for me.
When we spoke
I'm
about
not right for
Primark,
that.
she'll go, right, we're going to Primark. I go, right, okay, I'll wait outside. What? I'll wait outside. Who's going to carry this stuff? I said, well, that's up to you.
You can buy what you can carry here.
Yeah. So, what's your favourite type of music?
Oh, like, see, again, like, I feel like I'm far too wishy-washy with answers, but if I'm honest, I can't really be nailed down to just one type of music. Like, I love everything from, say, like Johnny Cash
Love
to
Johnny Cash.
Ozzy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? From like Post Malone to Eminem, from Metallica to Motorhead.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and everything in between. Not a big lover of dance music, but I don't mind some of it.
Yeah.
I am more like hip hop and rock centric.
Well, I personally can listen to anything.
Yeah.
I love Johnny Cash. And whenever I would say to my daughter and stuff, what about this song? She says, what do you know about music? You listen to Johnny Cash. And I'm like, Johnny Cash is that legend.
Exactly. You just
Yeah.
They just don't get it, man.
No. So, what's your favourite movie?
I'm probably going to catch heat for this one. Casino. Only just over Goodfellas, because in my opinion, Casino's better than Goodfellas.
Hey, two good choices. If you could have any type of car, which car would you have?
Kia Sorento.
Who's your favourite Disney character?
Wreck-It Ralph.
What never fails to make you laugh?
People falling down. I could watch that all day.
Who's the most annoying person in NIPW?
Probably me.
Who's the funniest NIPW wrestler?
Just because I'm an older wind-up, like, two of the best wind-ups in the gym are Ricky Henry, Canary Kid, and Ben Nelson. Like, the two of them, especially when they get going between the two of them, it's far too funny. Like, it genuinely is. The two of them they're nippy, but they're funny.
Who's your best friend in NIPW?
Tough to think of just one, because I get on with everyone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say there's anyone there that I dislike. But as in terms of people that I talk to quite often, it'd be Johnny Binks, the MC.
Yeah.
Used to be Jolene until he got fired. But I still talk to him. He's still gutted about being fired. Talk to Stevie Fee a lot. I talked to him a fair bit. John McCann, obviously, a very good friend of mine. Pretty much everyone in the locker room, like every single person you could go to and say, oh yeah, can you help me with such and such? And they'll go through it with you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And like iron sharpens iron, that's what I always say about it.
Oh yeah. So who would you most like to have a beer with?
Like,
any person
ever.
You can choose ever.
Is this alive or dead?
Whoever you want. It's your choice.
If you're still alive, Ozzy Osbourne. But now, probably MJF, just to get inside his head for a couple of hours.
Jacko is a huge MJF fan.
He's just like, I remember. Have you read? You said you're a big reader. Mick Foley's, obviously, his first autobiography.
Yes. Yeah.
When he talked about Abdullah the Butcher, I think it was Abdullah, turned around to him and said to DDP, he goes, he's going to make it. He's going to be big. And he goes, why? He goes, because he lives his gimmick.
Yeah.
I tweeted in 2020, I think it was, might have been 2019, MJF lives his gimmick. He's a future world champion. World champion.
Yeah.
He just lives his gimmick, and you can't not respect that.
when you're talking about Abdullah the Butcher there, one of the funniest things I read in the Mick Foley book was how much respect Mick Foley had for Abdullah.
Yeah.
And he said one time too that they were travelling. It was Mick, his wife, and Abdullah in the back. And Abdullah held a fart for 600 miles.
Yes, that's ultimate respect. Kudos.
And I remember telling the wife that, and my wife was like, "So you can't hold it in?"
No,
Yeah.
he could.
Yeah, he could. I couldn't.
You haven't seen the size of that guy.
Yeah.
And enough storage.
Yeah. So tell us something funny that's happened in NIPW that still makes you laugh. Preferably in a training session, because there's always something goes wrong in a training session.
Oh, there's loads, but I'm trying to think of things that I think one of the funniest ones was I think in my first couple of sessions my partner sat in, and we had the crash mats at this point, and I was able to do like flip moves and stuff like that like it was nothing, because there's a crash mat there, so you don't really worry about it.
Yep.
And yeah, I tried to do a shooting star, and
Yep.
I Brock Lesnar'd it.
Oh.
And yeah, I'd say that the picture, the look on her face was probably hilarious.
Oh.
I find that funny because like my missus hates the mentality that I have. My mentality is, see, when I get on the top rope, I either have to make it look cool or I'm going to look like a wimp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. So, have you enjoyed this?
I have, yeah.
Ian, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to come and have a walk with Franco. NIPW intrigues me.
Yes.
And it intrigues me because I'm a Titanic guy. Myself and Jacko have always talked about getting down for a training session or a seminar. I know there's a Marty Jones seminar coming up.
Yes.
If I can get Jack interested, we will probably go to that. I have bought tickets for Breakout 5.
Yes.
The Friday night show, because Mercy's wrestling.
Yeah.
And I want to go and cheer Mercy on. And at the end of the day, I'm a wrestling fan.
Exactly.
And I will go and watch wrestling.
The scene is alive.
Anywhere, you know.
The scene is alive in Northern Ireland. And as for you and Jacko coming for a training session, honestly, get yourself down. Like anybody that's like, even people that go to me like, oh, how did you get into wrestling? Oh, I did it. And I will always say, oh, I did it at the Lions Den, and I'll always try and say it, but well, why didn't you give it a try?
Yeah.
And a lot of people are hesitant because they think, oh, I'll never be able to do that. I have the mentality, don't think about it, just do it.
Yeah.
And yeah, some people think themselves out of wanting to do it.
Yeah.
But that's like you earlier asked what would be my bit of advice. That's why I would always say, don't be a wisher, be a doer.
Yeah.
Like just give it a try. Like some people, like you said, will go in, take a bump and just go, yeah, no, this isn't for me.
Yep.
Other people will persevere through it, and like myself, like I've had a couple setbacks, but I've never let it deter me. I've never let it, like I've taken a knee a couple of times.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong, but I've never quit. And it's one of those things. Now that I'm in it, now that I'm like actually doing it, it's something I never want to stop doing.
It's like the age-old saying, what doesn't break you can only make you stronger.
Precisely.
You know, and my father, Franco Sr., he's a great one for sayings. He's so many sayings that would drive you crazy sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
But listen, Ian, again, thank you so much for taking the time to come and have a walk with Franco. I've really, really enjoyed today. It's great to finally meet you.
Yeah.
And it has been a pleasure today, and it's been a real eye-opener for me. And as for Franco and Jacko coming to NIPW, the door's open for yourself to come to Titanic some evening and do a session with us.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely something. Honestly, the pleasure is all mine.
Yeah. Oh.
Just a random guy cycling with his top off. That's
yeah.
class.
Sun's out, guns out.
But 100%. But yeah. Thank you very much for having me here. Like you said at the start, like, it's a pleasure to finally actually meet. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
But thank you very much. Honoured to be like the first one from NIPW here, and happy to fly the flag because, as I said, wrestling's changed my life, and it wouldn't have been possible if I hadn't found the Lions Den.
Well, hey, listen, I'm hoping to get a lot more of the NIPW guys on, because for me, this is all about getting out, meeting new people, making new friends, and basically just picking people's brains,
Yes.
seeing how they think and do things. And I mean, we have Tucker in Titanic, who
Oh, what a
wrestles
guy.
all over the world.
Just a genuinely, when you actually meet him though, just a genuinely
Oh,
nice guy.
and
Like,
he plays the heel so well too. I mean, he's wrestling in Germany at the minute, and he's always posting stuff on his Instagram.
but when he
and,
looks like that, it's just a
Oh.
natural heel, because you look at him and go like that. I know he's a lovely guy.
Yeah.
And I know that like he's genuinely just a down to earth guy, but I hate him because he looks incredible, but that doesn't come without hard work. He
No.
puts the effort in, do you know what I mean?
100%. It was like the Dark Horse said to me recently, he says, Tucker has the best physique, but the Dark Horse is the best athlete. And I'm like,
But no. No, like, yeah, Tucker's like, I always say he's built like a Batman suit.
oh,
Like, that's what he looks.
yeah. When I tell people I work about him, I just describe him as an action man.
Yeah,
You know, the old action man figures you used to get with the moving eyes.
just a unit of a boy.
Yeah. Well, again, Ian, thank you very much for coming along. For all the listeners listening, stay tuned to our socials. We are going to drop a guest the guest again next Monday, or Monday coming. So good luck, take care, and thanks for listening.
Step by step through the wrestling tale, Franco's got the stories that never go stale. With the champs, the underdogs, the dreamers too. He's walking and talking just for you. Walking with Franco, stories unfold. Wrestling hearts in a ring of gold. Walking with Franco, legends align. Every step's a suplex in time. From the streets of Rome to the locker room door, every walk's a match you can't ignore. Grapples and glory, the highs and the scars. Franco's footsteps are chasing the stars. Walking with Franco, stories unfold. Wrestling hearts in a ring of gold. Walking with Franco, legends align. Every step's a suplex in time. From the streets of Rome to the locker room door, every walk's a match you can't ignore. Grapples and glory, the highs and the scars. Franco's footsteps are chasing the stars. Walking with Franco, stories unfold. Wrestling hearts in a ring of gold. Oh, gold. Walking with Franco, legends align. Every step's a suplex in time. From the streets of Rome to the locker room door, wrestling hearts in a ring of gold. Walking with Franco, legends align. Every step's a suplex in time. From the streets of Rome to the locker room door, every walk's a match you can't ignore. Grapples and glory, the highs and the scars. Franco's footsteps are chasing the stars. From the streets of Rome to the locker room door, every walk's a match you can't ignore. Grapples and glory, the highs and the stars. Franco's footsteps are chasing the stars. From the streets of Rome to the locker room door, every walk's a match you can't ignore. Grapples and glory, the highs and the scars. Franco's footsteps are chasing the stars. He's got the moves and the pasta charm, a gladiator's heart with a wrestler's arm. Through the ropes of life, the stories climb. Franco's walking and it's prime time. Walking with Franco, stories unfold. Wrestling hearts in a ring of gold. Walking with Franco, legends align. Every step's a suplex in time.